Hey everyone, Sebastian here from Bullish Media Pros. Today I'm going to take you through a quick tutorial of how we're going from contacts to cash. It's an automated client agreement tutorial on how we're basically onboarding our contacts from like a CSV and Excel file that we may have, how we're taking our contacts and then running them through an automated workflow that ties into our contracts for people to basically get the contracts in their email, fill it out, e-sign it, and then how it takes them into the invoice screen where they can immediately pay for the services that we're providing for whatever your contract is for, and how that all ties into our one platform solution here. This is the BMP SaaS software that we offer, and let's get into it. It's going to be less than 5 minutes here, guys, so real quick. So I'm going to start here with, I have a spreadsheet here with contact info, so I'm just going to save that. I'm just gonna give it something like test, and I'm just gonna give it a CSV format. Okay. All right. So now that we have it saved, I'm gonna go ahead in our contact section in the BMP SaaS software. I'm gonna go ahead and on the top right, I'm gonna go to import. I'm gonna go to contacts. I'm gonna hit next. I'm going to select the file for upload. Okay, and choose how you want to import contacts, create and update contacts, find existing contacts based on contact ID, phone, then email. Okay, so click on next. Okay, so you can see that it automatically read the CSV file here, and we see our first name, last name, email, phone. It looks like it mapped it correctly. So first name mapped to last name, email, and phone as expected. If your spreadsheet has something more complex and it doesn't map it right away, you can select it from the drop down to what field you want to specifically map it to. Okay, we're going to click on next. And here we can select create a smart list for new contacts created by the import. I'm going to hit yes. And I'm going to call it 2026 contracts. Okay. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick look here, confirm that the contacts. Start the bulk import. Okay, and our contacts are now imported, so we're gonna let that run for a minute here, and we're gonna move on to the next section here. So now we're in the payment section. You can see it on the in the left menu here. We're in the payment section, and we have our payments page here. So from here, we're going to go ahead. You can see that I don't have a payment gateway set up. So here we want to integrate our payment gateway, and you have all these payment gateways, available to you. I use Stripe, so I'm going to go ahead and connect with Stripe. I find that Stripe is the easiest solution for a lot of these things. So let me just go ahead and connect this. And Stripe is just asking for two-factor authentication. And I'm just selecting the account that I'm using, and I'm connecting it. Okay, and it's simple as that. You can see now that my payment integration is live. We have Stripe set up. Stripe is ready and ready for use. We have it in live mode, test mode, available to us. So with that, let's go ahead into the next stage here, which is our contract. So essentially what we do here is we create a template. So I had this PDF template. So many of you will probably have some sort of PDF contract that you use. And from that PDF, we go into our system here, and we can easily create the template by going to the documents and contracts up at the top, clicking on templates, and here we click on new, upload existing PDF, and it'll ask you to obviously select your PDF, and that will give us the contract, like your PDF in here. Okay, so pretty simple so far. So now we want to edit this template. So at this stage, you're basically ready, like to add fields to your PDF file here. So to the agreement you're going to send out, you may want to have the user fill out some data, and then you want them to e-sign it so it comes back into the system. In order to do that, it's pretty simple. So from the left-hand side here, we're just going to go ahead and add our fields. So for this example, I'm just going to put a signature, let's say a signature here. And then we're going to add some data into the field here. So we're going to put in some text. So this is going to be like the client, right? So client, and this will be our contact, and it's so this is where we can really get creative, so that we can have either the client go ahead and fill this out, or we can go ahead and use a custom field. So in this example, let's say we want to use first name, and let's say we want to do first name. And keep in mind, like this is not going to be used for production, but anyway, so here we're going to select a last name, link, and so forth. So anything that's available to you guys here from the contact information will be available to put in here. Okay, so at this point, let's see. So we have our information. A lot of the times, signatures are required by two parties. So say it's like between you and the business, or the business and you. So we can add another signature here. And so now what we have here is we have our template. We have some information that we putting into the template from the customer information. We have two signatures. So we're going to mark one of them as the sender and the other one as the contact. So we're going to go ahead and save this template now. Okay, now that we have our template set up, everything's ready to go here. Our contract is ready for our users. We're going to go ahead, and we see here that we have a very simple automation workflow. All this workflow is doing is basically sending the documents and contracts to our contacts. So we can see that we have it all set up. This is already saved. And here we go back to our contact screen, and let's go ahead and refresh this, just so we see all the new contacts the dummy contacts that we put in here. And we see here on the top the 2026 contracts that I created. Okay, so yeah, so now that we have our contacts in here, so we have our 2026 contracts smart list. So we're going to go ahead and just select them all. And at this point, we're ready to trigger our automation. So what this automation is going to do is it's going to go to each individual one of your users or your contacts here, and it's going to send them the contract. So they will get that. We have to do it by clicking on trigger automation. We give it a name. So send contracts and automation type workflow, and we just select our workflow. And we have the option to send all at once, send at scheduled time, or send in drip mode. So these options are all good depending on what you're trying to do, what kind of email system you have, and so forth. But I'm not going to send this since it's going to send a lot of dummy emails. But I will show you one example here. So give me 1 second real quick. Okay, so I just selected one contact here, which is just like a an account that I have, and I'm gonna go ahead and trigger the automation, and I'm gonna select the contract, and I'm gonna send all at once. I'm gonna give it an action, and I'm gonna call it send 2026 contracts. And at this point, I'm ready to add it to automation. Okay, once you add it to the automation, that's basically it. Okay, so at this point, we uploaded our contact list, we tied our account to Stripe, we created our contract, we added our fields to it, we have e-signatures available to it. And at this point, the user, the contact, should have gotten an email with a contract that they can click on, and they can go ahead and fill that out. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that up here. So okay, so here we can see the email, and we got the contract document for me, for the user. So view document, and here we have an standard system for filling out these contracts. So let's go ahead and start filling it out. And we put in the client. So now, since these fields are tied to the client account, these will be, once the client submits this, this information will automatically be updated in our system. So let's go to the next portion. So we're gonna go ahead and accept and sign. We're gonna finish this, and we can see success. Thank you for accepting the document. And once we complete that, we're going to go back into our system real quick and just confirm. So from here, we can go to our documents and contracts, and we can see that this contract example was sent. You can see that waiting for others. So this contract was sent. We see the customer that it was sent to. You see the status of it. You see if it's signed. You can see everything about it. So at this stage, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the other side of it. So since the contract was sent to your contact, but it was also sent to you as the administrator, so you can both sign it, and then you have a fully executed contract between you and the user. So let's go ahead and take a look. And we can see here from the admin account, I got the document. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up the same way. And you can see here that it says one required field. And so I'm going to start filling it out. I can see that what the other person, your contact, filled out here. I can see how they signed it. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to execute it myself by accepting and signing it. Finish. Okay. At this point, now that all parties have signed the document, and we come back to our payments here, and all documents and contracts completed. We see here that we have a fully executed contract between you and your customer. Now what I didn't show in here is how we add a product. So very simple additional step. So if you wanted to say you have products that you're that you want to add to your template, I'm just going to add a new page here, and we're going to go ahead and put a product list. And for this, you would need to create a product and so forth, and it would show up here. Now this would allow the individual contact to pay right away. So you would, or you can send them an invoice with a certain time frame, and so forth. But this is basically how we go from contact to cash in less than 10 minutes. Alrighty, have a good day, everyone.